It earlier today, the weather delivered. It was ideal Halloween weather. I felt like it was gloomy, a little chilly, a good gust of wind. The leaves were blowing. This morning it was about 70s. No, too cold today.
A little too cold for me.
It's not that far from average. Now it could be worse in Minneapolis. Some of those areas picked up 1 to 2 inches of snow. Even further north, they had more of the snow too come down. So we were kind of stayed on the warm side of the system. A little bit of snow at Ladysmith, Rusk County, and some of those areas. But these are the temperatures we should be seeing, and we're going to see that tomorrow with the 40s near 50. Now, we are going to actually get mild as we go throughout the weekend, so we're going to be above average once again, which has been a theme pretty much through October. This system begins to pull to the north. You can see it kind of wrapping around, but it's beginning to weaken. Cloud cover is beginning to push away. We have another system right here in the Intermountain West that's going to push east, but that's just some cloud cover. It'll weaken too. Our system we're watching for late week and early next week are still coming ashore, so it's still got quite a bit of time. So we do have a dry stretch. We might have a little bit of fog out there, low clouds, could be dense at times. Quiet but less wind. That'll be the big story on Friday is the wind, especially compared to today's wind. Saturday we get a little bit more milder. The wind turns around to the south, so some areas might get up to 60, which will be above average, about 10 degrees. We do have showers arriving Saturday night, and it does look multiple waves are going to come through Saturday night through next Tuesday, so it does look wet. Could be significant amounts of precipitation once again. As you look at the fog, we're going to start seeing a lot of this area start to develop potentially low clouds or fog given the moisture, especially if we clear out in some of these areas. You could see visibility drop between 5 and 8 a.m. down to maybe a half in some localized areas. Otherwise, cloud cover will persist. You can see, given this time of year that the sun rises a little bit later, it may take up to like 10 to 11 to see a lot of this clear out. So something to keep in mind for the morning commute and through the mid-morning. You might be dealing with some fog or low visibility. As you can see, 8 a.m., there's still some areas that are 0 or 1 mile. Eventually by noon, we should start seeing improvement. Temperatures pretty seasonal for the first day of November. Upper 40s to the north, low 50s, light winds, some cloud cover. Saturday, as I mentioned, we're going to start off a little bit warmer at night with a little bit more clouds, so 30s. And then as we go throughout the day, we're going to see temperatures climb back up to near 60, so above average with a light south wind, some clouds starting to move in, but remaining dry, so that's a good thing. The first half of the weekend is dry, but that's going to quickly change. That system out to the west, we're going to see several waves, especially a warm front pull north by the time we get to Sunday, so we're going to see a lot of rain going on Sunday, Monday, and eventually through Tuesday, we might get another cold front that'll push east. So it's going to be a long duration rain event with multiple waves, and that means significant amounts of precipitation, if I could say it right. We could pick up 2 to 3 inches potentially to the south. Everywhere probably will see another 1 inch at least, but there could be some areas, especially southwest Wisconsin, northeast Iowa, that already saw 2 to 3 inches, could see another 2 to 3 over several days. This will occur too. And given that the drought indication, now this drought monitor does not take into account the precipitation we saw today, but we should see some improvement, but we're still a little bit below average if you go back to the 1st of September or even beyond. So I think we're going to be caught up by the time we get done middle of next week. We look to dry out for the second half of next week. Otherwise, it's going to be a wet stretch from Saturday night through Tuesday right now. The good news, it's all warm, so we don't expect any snow anywhere in the region with that system.
Good, because that freezing rain today kind of felt like I don't want snow for like 20 days.
We did have snow last year. It showed up on my time hop.
Yes.
Did it really?
Yeah, we did have snow. We had flurries last year.
Oh, my Lord.
But
It's that time of the year. We're in November now.
Anything goes, right?
I guess so.